All right, so check it. I just got done training, so I'm gonna do this video real quick to show you a little bit. So this is the super trend, right? So you're looking at, you have the 200 EMA. All right, you have the 200 EMA, and I'm gonna show you exactly. That's the 20. That's the 20 right here. But on the settings, we put it on the 4-hour time frame. You have the time frame. You put it on the 4-hour time frame. That's the 20 EMA right here. Boom. That's the test line right there, right? Then you got the 200 EMA. See right there? Then you put that on the 1 day. So that gives you the biggest outline of actually where the trend is at. And so look, to save yourself, um, like I would say to save yourself doing this trend, since it's under the 200 EMA, you kind of want to stick to only sales. If you know what I'm saying? See, you have a buy right here, didn't go that far, especially during the downtrend. All right, buy, didn't go nowhere. So that's just to save yourself. Now here's the key too. You always have to look at, right? So you have the engulfing candle right here. So you look at previous support. I know you're tracking that already. So you look at the previous supports. If you see your 3 levels and it's been going down for a while, and this trend, look right here, boom. So you look at this trend, you got to look at it. It actually started the 27th of October is when this downtrend started. So the downtrend is not gonna go forever. It's gonna look at it like right here. You have the long candle right here, kind of played around with it a little bit. You have a long candle right there. You can kind of see that it's kind of dying out a little bit, right? But this is where you see that. This is when you can potentially take the buy, right? When you see this bearish engulfing, this bullish engulfing candle right here, all right? So if you look at it right here, you want to wait. You see how it says buy right here? Potentially, since it's under here, you really don't want to take it until, and I'll show you right here, until it hits, to be on the safe side. You know how it goes up? You see how you don't want to take it till it hits this line right there. Boom. Okay. So let me see if I can change this color so you can see it a little better. See how it tests this line? That's when you really kind of want to take it. So it took about from December 25th, and everything was kind of slow. So the 29th, that's when you want to get in your buy right here. When it closes out, you want to put in these remember on the 4-hour time frame, you have you can have kind of bigger stop losses. And you just go up to this line right here, the test line right here. That's where it's going to be at. Boom. All right. So let's play it out right here. All right. Let me go right here. All right, you see where that line is at? That's kind of potentially where you want to take it at once it tests. All right. Well, let me get this out the way. All right. So see how it tested that line and it closed out? You can take your buy. I mean, your buy right there. When it tested this line and closed out, you want to take this right underneath, 40, 50 pips. Then you can take it, potentially 2 to 1. Or you can monitor it 2 to 1. You can monitor it or whatever the case may be. All right, and then you can see how it plays out. And go up a little bit more. And you see how it plays out perfectly, right? All right, remember, this is your resistance line. All right, so it's gonna go back up as previous and test that resistance line, right? Because you already see this is a bearish engulfing. So it's not gonna, and I'm gonna show you, it's not gonna go back down until you see that long wick or that bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing candle, right? See how it's still going up? See right? Boom. This one, it's basically, it's gonna either go back down or it's gonna come back and test. But you see how that bullish engulfing candle, boom, right there. So literally, you could have rolled this up, with patience, rolled it up 140 pips. Boom, right there. You see what I'm getting at? So that's another thing you have to look at. You have to look at these bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing candles. All right. So here's the deal. You don't want to take any more buys above this line until it comes up and retests that line and continue up. All right. That's when you get in for another buy. All right. So you have to be patient with it. All right. So if you see I'm gonna come out. As you can see, today it tested that line, came back down. Now it's testing again. So here's the deal. Next week, we're looking at either it coming back down, starting that sale. But see, this is what we don't want to do. We don't want to see when it come back down. We don't want to jump back into it. What we want to do is we want to wait on the sale. We want to wait for the retest, and then it goes back down. All right. And that's when, let me do this, double tap. And that's when we would get in for the sale again. All right. Potentially back down to the previous low. All right. Back down. And this is going to take a few weeks, a week or so, but we're going to bring it back down to the previous level, which could potentially be, well, not all the way down there. We're going to do it right here. A previous support right here, this line right here. Boom. So we'll ride, which is about 181 pips. All right. And if we see it retesting again, boom, and continue up for the next week or so, 2 weeks or so, we can jump back in and ride it all the way back down. All right. Hope that makes sense. If it didn't, if I was moving too fast, make sure you replay it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you right here when the trend started. All right. If you see the trend started, all right, at this support level right here. And this was the previous support. I went over there and seen the previous support, right? If you look at it, you got your what right here? Previous support line. And then what do you see right here? Boom, long wick engulfing candle. All right. So what we don't do is we don't take the sell, even though it says it right here, we don't take it until potentially it touches that line. See this 20 line, the retest line? All right. And you want to get remember on this, you want to get the best price possible. All right. So once you see this sell, you don't do this. That's just like buying, it's just like buying shoes. If you see this price, as soon as they go on sale, you wait till what? Till it retests. All right. So remember, this is the 4-hour candle. All right. So you wait for the retest. All right. Boom. All right. You can come up here. It only takes sales when it's right here and underneath here. But if you see this right here, you see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tests of this line. It's not going up anymore. All right. It's testing that line too much. All right. And then as you can see, this was what? Let me find my tool. This was consolidation. All that's consolidation. All right. You don't see nothing happening. You see the big uptrend right here, consolidation above this line, 200 line. You wouldn't even mess with this thing. Was consolidating from October 18th to potentially the end of the month, right? Consolidation. So it's going to break through. All right. So you could have took this long wick, but here's this way you want to take it at the best price possible, right here at the rejection of the outside line and the 20 EMA. Once it closed, all right, you can use this outer line as your stop loss, which is about 45 pips. You want to typically do 2-to-1 ratio. All right. Or you can monitor it. This trade took a few weeks. You can monitor it. All right. I say you could have monitored it and then got out, but you could have did 2-to-1. If you want to let it breathe a little bit, you can bring it back out a little bit, and you can go 2-to-1. If you see right here, you have another sell right here, but you want to wait till it retests. See, it kind of broke that line up a little bit. All right, you could have got in right here too as well. I would have got in right here once it retests at this price right here. Bought it a little bit over this line right here. And then you're looking at, I would have let it breathe about 40-something pips. And you're looking at 2. Let's do 2. You at least want to do 2-to-1. But if you're looking at 2-to-1, that's 100-something pips there. All right. And you can keep going if that makes sense. All right. There's a lot of opportunities in here. Good opportunities that you could get into. All right. Just to be on the safe side. All right. You're looking at GBP USD, AUD, GBP AUD. And I'm gonna show you from this week, right? This week started on the 2nd to the 7th. Let's just mark that off real quick. 2nd through the 7th. Let me get my horizontal line. Nope. Get that out of here. Let me get my horizontal line. 2nd, right here. It started around here. Then the end of the week. All right. As you can see, check this out. It's on the 200. It's on an uptrend. So if you look at, you got it on the daily time frame, it's on the uptrend. All right. Same thing right here, 4-hour candle. That's why we did, again, we did it on the EMA 200. We put it on the daily time frame. All right. As you can see, the overall trend is bullish. All right. So check this out. The buy came on the 3rd, which is that Tuesday, right? The Tuesday, that Monday. But we didn't jump in there until it retest this line right here. You close right here. You could have, you would have went down a little bit right here, but guess what? We'd have got in there, gave it some room to breathe. Remember risk management, of course, because we're looking at 66 pip stop loss. All right. But look at this. 2-to-1 or 2-to-1, whatever the case may be. Or you could have just monitored the trade and you would have lost a little bit of money, but you would have still been in profit. But until we saw this, which is Friday. But typically you get out on, what I do is I get out on Thursdays. So if you look at right here, that's the 7th, or that's today or Friday. Look, right here, the 6th. This is typically where you kind of want to get out during the week. Right here, where you see this consolidation. All right, once you monitor the trade, you keep it going. All right, you get out at this consolidation point, which is 3-to-1 ratio, 66 pip stop loss, but you got 223 pips this week. See how that is? Once you typically can make up for the times you don't get into that trade. This is the perfect setup because you got over the 200, you into a buy. You don't do nothing till you see that retest, which happened about Wednesday. All right, played a little bit more, boom, boom. It went all the way up. So you seeing consolidation right here. Once you see these right here and it gets weak, you know that's consolidation. All right. And then on that Friday, you don't have to trade that Friday because you made 223 pips this week. All right. All right. So let's move to the next one. All right. Euro USD. Don't really see nothing right here because look, this is a lot of consolidation right here. But before then, right here, look, around October time frame, if you're looking at it, sell, you don't want to do anything until you see what? It touched this line. Or you can wait a few more weeks and let it touch this line. All right. But either or, you jump in right here, it touched that line, boom. You got your breathing room by 40 pip stop loss. All right. You can go down. Oh, let me go back. You go 2-to-1. 2-to-1 right here. Or 2-to-5, whatever the case. Boom. That's 88 pips. 88 pips. You get what I'm saying? Or you can, and then right here, look, come back in. You can grab another entry right here. Boom. There's another entry right here. All right. Boom. It come up, another entry right there. And then if you can see right here, you roll this thing all the way down till potentially November. And if you look right here, I don't know why it's moving slow. Till you see this right here, boom, till it come back and retest. All right, and went back over the 200, the 20 line. So potentially if you let it do that, you would have lost a few pips to about 300, which is still good. All right. All right, hope that made a little sense. I don't know, my computer started acting up, I'm guessing because I'm streaming live now. All right, so here's the deal. For next week, UCAD, GBP CAD, all right, since it is over the line now, all right, we either looking at consolidation, all right, or if we looking at it's going to shoot up. But what we want to do is when it shoots up, we want to make sure we wait for the what? If it shoots up, we want to make sure we wait for that retest of that line. And then right here, that's when we get in for that long position at the best price. Keep it underneath. Make sure it's got to be green right here too. All right, but it's got to be over the top. And we do 2 to 1. 2 to 1, about 100 something pips. All right. I hope that made sense. Other than that, have a good night. And make sure you study that video and then study that as well. And we can continue to study and train on this. All right.